Alright guys, to sew this beautiful palazzo trouser, all you have to do now is, this is the front bodice. I hope you've watched the video where we do the cutting. So this is the stitching tutorial of it. So you take out the front bodice. So to cut the pocket, from the waist you mark 7 inches. Then from the upper side you mark 2 inches here. Then on this 7 inches you come in by ½ inch. Then you will connect it in a V form. If you want a curve form, is your choice. It depends on how you want it. But on this palazzo we're going to do it in a V form. So I'm going to cut it out this way. So this is for the pocket. Then you get your pocket pieces. This is the front. This is one of the pocket pieces. All you have to do is to right side facing right side. I'm going to place it this way. And I'll flip it over. You see that I cut out? This is it. You get. So I'm going to sew. I will stitch from this part, 1/4 inch straight to this angle. I'll go and stitch from here down to this place. I've sewn the pocket. So all I have to do now is to trim it out. As I've trimmed out this part, all I have to do now is to top stitch here. See, let me show you what I'm doing. I've already done this part. I hope you can see this part. I've already done it. This is the back side of it. So this is what we are doing on this angle. Now that I have sewed here, I'll top stitch. Then I'll place this one on top. You understand? But instead of placing it on top to sew, I'll put it under. This is left right side facing left side, okay? So I'll put it under like this. Make it equal. I'll run a stitch here. After running a stitch here, then I'll flip it over like this. So let me go and run a stitch first, then I'll flip it over for you to see. So after sewing it like this now, as you can see, after sewing it, all I will do is I'll flip this side. I'll turn it inside out so that those rough edges will be inside. Then this is what I'll have. Then I'll keep it this way. I'll turn it this way. So after that, I'll iron it flat. Then as I iron it flat, I'll run a stitch here. I'll also run a stitch here. I'll run a stitch here, and I'll also run a stitch here. Then after running a stitch, this is what I'll have. Do you see that? This is what I'll have, as the same as this one. And before I start joining the pocket, I join the 2 pieces for the front. I join it with ½ inch, as you can see. I join the 2 pieces for the front with ½ inch. Then after I'm done with the pocket, the next thing I will do, this is the back bodice. I'll join this crunch line with ½ inch. I'll join this crunch line with ½ inch. Then after joining the crunch line, then we'll move to the next step. Okay, as you can see, I finally finished the pocket. This is the back of the front bodice, and this is what the front look like. As you can see the top stitches, it goes inside. Always make sure your clothes are very neat while sewing it. So after fixing the front pocket on the front bodies, all I have to do now is to join both the front and the back together. So this is the back. I've already joined the crunch area. So all I have to do now is to join this part. I'll join this part with 1 inch to the down. Then I will join the other side, this side too, with 1 inch. Then after joining it, we'll proceed to the next stage. Okay guys, I've joined the both side and I've ironed it very flat, as you can see. I've joined this side also. My palazzo pant is coming together already. So the next thing I have to do now is this part. But before I join this part, we got to hem the down part. We need to hem the down part. So I'm going to fold the down part with 1 inch. If you have your interlock machine, it's better you weave the whole material so that it will look neat. But if you don't have your interlock machine, you will just fold 1/2 inch and fold again 1 inch and join. That's for folding it. You do the same thing to this leg, you do the same thing to the other leg. You hem the down part. Then after hemming the down part, then I will join the under. So I'm going to join it, but while joining it, I'll make sure that this part line together, they will be equal. The line will be in the same place. So I will be joining it with 1 inch. Remember, I added 2 inches for joining allowance. So I've used 1 inch to this side. I will be using 1 inch to this side. So after hemming the down part, I will join the under. Then after joining the under, then the bind. Remember, the waist is elastic. This is the bind. I've already ironed it out. There are many ways on joining this bind, but I will show you on how I want to do it. This is the front. This is the front of this palazzo. This is the front side. Let me keep it this way. This is the front, as you can see. This is the pocket. So at the back, I will lose this place open a little. This is the back. I will lose it open a little because I do not want to join this band this way. Remember, it will have elastic. I don't want to join it this way because I do not have interlock machine. See what I'm showing you? I folded this band into two. I do not want to join it together straight because I do not have interlock machine. All I have to do is I'll open this band and I'll place it. That is after I lose this place open. I'll place it here. I'll place it here and I'll sew all round. Then after sewing it all round, I'll come back to you and show you on how to sew this angle on this waistband. All right. Okay guys, I've hemmed the down part. See how neat it looks. I've hemmed it. I've joined this part. I've joined the under. And I've also hemmed this one too. I've also hemmed it. See the inside. So now the band. I've attached the band in the sense I place the right side facing the wrong side. This is the wrong side of this trouser, as you can see. I place the right side of the band to the wrong side of the trouser, the pant, and I sew it straight, as you can see. I sew it straight till when I get to the end part, I open the back side. So what I have to do next now is to fold here 1/2 inch. I've already folded it with iron. I fold with 1/2 inch, then I sew it on top. So after sewing it, I'm going to have something like this. I'm going to have something like this. So I'll go to the machine and sew this top stitch sheet. Is a top stitch sheet. I'll just run a stitch on it and show you the final look of the band. Okay guys, as you can see, I've sewed the band. This is the front, this is the front of the trouser, and this is the back, though I've not ironed it. If I iron it, it will be flat. So next thing I have to do now is to fix in my elastic. I'll fix in my elastic. So now I have the both elastic. It depends on the one you want to use. So this is the trouser. I'll pass my safety pin on the elastic and then pass it through. So this is the elastic. Then I'll go to my machine now and run a stitch. I'll measure like from the tips to half inch. I'll sew. Then from the place I sew, I'll measure another half inch also. So I'll run a 2-line stitch on it all around. Then after that, I'll put it in a dummy and show you the final look of the dress. Thank you for watching. I hope you like, share the video and comment. Bye.